Version 9.3 came out this morning, and it seems that this is only stage 1 out of probably 3 if I had to guess, since Epic Games is taking a 3-week break. Hence they have predetermined updates ready to go, all falling under version 9.3. So this is 9.30 content update number 1, and this is everything included in today's update. And man, this update, I mean, I thought last week's update was amazing. If you guys missed that video, I'll leave a link in the description down below. But this update, wow, like this update absolutely blew my mind. I was expecting us just to get some summer of Fortnite kind of content and maybe a weapon or two, because we knew this new revolver was coming to the game. But man, oh man, what an update. Let's jump right into the notes. So as mentioned, the brand new revolver is in the game, as well as the old revolver, but I'll jump into that in a second. But basically, focusing on the new revolver, basically they said that it is simple, reliable, and powerful. Try out this new take on a classic. So with that being said, if you guys do remember the old revolver, not the Deagle, but the old revolver that was in season 1 through 5, then you guys will understand how this gun works. Basically, what this is it's available in epic and legendary variants. It fires medium ammo, it holds 6 rounds, and it does 63 damage / 66, obviously with the epic and legendary variants. And with a headshot multiplier of 2, it is available from floor loot, chests, vending machines, supply drops, and loot carriers. So we're gonna hop into my reasoning why this gun came into Fortnite Battle Royale, at least, in just a moment. But hopping over to the Vaulted, so they actually vaulted 4 different weapons, which I thought was very, very interesting. So they vaulted the rare tactical assault rifle. So very interesting, because we just saw this weapon come into the game with the whole John Wick promotion with that high stakes LTM and whatnot, which is really cool and is a really great weapon in my opinion. It kind of had that crossover between close quarters stealth SMG with also an assault rifle, contributions in there as well. So only the rare version got vaulted, and they said that with the unvaulting of the suppressed submachine gun, we wanted to make sure loot distribution in this class of item was well distributed. So kind of makes sense there once they explain it a little bit more. But also in the vaulted category, they also vaulted the impulse grenades, rift to go, and the pirate cannons. I don't understand the pirate cannons as much as I understand the impulse grenades and the rift to goes, only because the cannons were almost like the slipstreams. They were a way to get from point A to point B in the map very quickly. It was a good way to outrun the storm, but now those are out of the game. I've never seen anyone really use a cannon as a legit weapon. So that's very interesting. I want to know why Epic Games decided to take that out. But either way, guys, moving on to the Unvaulted. So these are weapons that we've seen in the past, and they have actually taken out of the vault and they've put back in the game. Mind you, this is not during the 14 days of Fortnite events, because we all know during the 14 days of Fortnite, which I'll hop into later to describe exactly what's going on with that, but basically 14 days of Fortnite, each day a different weapon is going to be unvaulted and then be put back into the game for just that one day. So I'll jump more into the details about that in a second, but basically this update, what we got unvaulted permanently, or at least for the time being, not just for today, but just for the time being, uncommon and rare pump shotguns. So everyone rejoice, we got the pump shotguns back. This one came out of left field. This one really took me by surprise this morning when I woke up and saw this. They said that it is available in floor loot and vending machines. They explained this to be basically, there's been a lot of feedback around the tactical shotgun and combat shotgun effectiveness, and so we're experimenting with a world where the pump shotgun joins the current shotgun lineup. I, on one hand, am not looking forward to getting one pumped in the face, but at the same time, I can see this just being a whole lot of fun, kind of adding that variation to the shotgun department in terms of the game, because right now we only really have, if you really think about it, before this update, we had the tac shotgun, which was gray, green, and then up to blue, and then the combat was blue, purple, and gold respectively. So there was not a huge array of shotguns to use, but now this green and blue pump that's coming back, fantastic. Love to see it. Moving on, they unvaulted the shockwave grenade. So obviously they vaulted the impulse grenades and they brought back shockwaves. I love shockwaves. It does damage to the structures around you. It allows you to also fall from great heights without taking fall damage. I don't know. It's just a very great item that I I always like to use and stack as well. They went ahead and unvaulted the suppressed SMG, which we actually just saw vaulted a couple weeks ago, so this one will not be a surprise to anyone necessarily, but they said that we feel the suppressed submachine gun can fill a complementary role to the burst submachine gun as a viable alternative, because without the suppressed SMG, we really didn't have a good SMG option besides the drum gun, and the drum gun acted more as an assault rifle slash almost like an LMG in a way, so it's good to get another SMG option in the rotation there. Moving on, they actually went ahead and adjusted some damage and some damage outputs for different weapons already in the game. So the tactical shotgun, the availability from the floor loot was reduced from 8.19% to 5.4%, and the headshot multiplier increased from 2 to 2.5% in terms of actual multiplier. Now, moving on to the burst SMG, they reduced the availability from floor loot from 4% to 3.1%. They also lowered the availability from chests from 18.6% to 10.3%. So we're going to see a lot less burst SMGs in chests. Thank you, Epic. Thank you. They also went ahead and they did some balancing with the weapons, so the base accuracy increased by 13.6%, because there were always weapon complaints about the accuracy of the burst SMG. The jumping accuracy penalty reduced from 15% to 5%. The sprinting accuracy penalty reduced from 30% to 20%. The base damage increased from 23, 24, and 25 across all the rarities to 24, 25, and 26. So everyone's got one damage higher, obviously making this a 2, 3, maybe 4 burst weapon in terms of bullets to kill, depending on the rarity of the weapon. They went ahead and described this as the burst SMG was dropping a bit too frequently for the role it was intended to fill. Additionally, it was underperforming when compared to similar items. Moving on to the semi-automatic sniper rifle, they increased the availability from floor loot from 0.65% to 0.4%. They also reduced the availability from chests from 5.1% to 3.4%. Then they went ahead and with a flintlock pistol, the availability from the floor loot reduced from 1.97% to 1.3%. Infantry rifle, they increased the epic and legendary infantry rifle clip size from 8 to 10 rounds per clip, which makes it a lot more dangerous of a weapon now. I might actually start giving it a chance myself. The minigun, they increased the player damage from 18/19 to 20/21, obviously depending on the rarity, making it a 5-shot kill with the purple minigun, let alone the gold one. So moving on with the drum gun, they reduced the clip size from 50 to 40. They reduced the fire rate from 9 to 8, which is super interesting to me because this gun obviously was very overpowered. Not everyone liked being sprayed by it, yada yada yada. Now they went ahead and they changed it and they kind of nerfed it a little bit to be a little more fair and kind of reduce the urge to spray, I guess, when you're close quarters with an enemy or when you're trying to build battle someone. It kind of reduces that need and that urge to just spray and pray. So they also said that since the unvaulting, the drum gun has outperformed its unintended areas. So the adjustments should help create more counterplay in combat. Moving on to the heavy assault rifle, they increased the damage from 36, 38, and 40 to 38, 40, and 42. So the heavy assault rifle usage rates aren't quite where we'd like. The adjustment to damage is intended to offset some of those downsides of the weapon. Very interesting there, obviously, with them vaulting the rare and the epic and the legendary versions of this weapon. So I'm glad to see a damage increase, even just a little bit. Even just a little bit is going to help. Moving on, last couple of notes here with the supply llamas, they increased the material count from 200 to 350 of each. So now when you open a llama, you get 350 wood, 350 brick, and 350 metal. And instead of only 3 llamas per match, there's going to be 5 now. So we're seeing a little more increase and more progression toward more building materials per player. Should be very interesting to see how this llama plays into effect. But I do want to cover the 14 days of Fortnite overview real quick. So the 14 days of Fortnite basically is celebrating the launch of summer, as we all know. And basically in Battle Royale, each day will feature a weapon unvaulted for 24 hours only. So at the time of recording this, we have the old LMG that has not been seen for a couple seasons unlocked for 24 hours only. They mentioned a new LTM to play. Check out the full selection of LTMs that will be debuting, and I'll put that in the description so you guys can all see that as well. But basically a new LTM every single day, and they're very, very unique LTMs too. They're not trios or golden snipers only, you know, one-shot kind of game modes. They're actually very unique ones. I know today you guys are seeing the gameplay in the background right now. It is a water balloon fight LTM. Very, very interesting. A daily challenge and a free reward for the challenge, a new outfit, and more in the item shop. So I'm very pumped to see how the next 14 days play out for the 14 Days of Summer event. And then they go on to say that the sun's out, fun's out, and creative as well. Jump in daily for a few featured islands, which is very cool. Let's discuss the LTMs very quick. So the first one they mentioned is called Heavy Metal Squads, which in this game mode, only the heavy weapon variants can be found in loot boxes. So get your loadout and get in the fight. Mode details says that only weapons with heavy in the name, faster metal farming rates, faster storm times. The next LTM that they have coming up is called Storm Chasers Surfin', which is a squad game mode. Ride in the waves and try to stay afloat. Who will be the best? Mode details. Everyone deploys to a vehicle at the start of the game. Impulses will drip into your inventory during the match. Last man standing wins. So it seems almost like that lava LTM or the floor is lava LTM. Moving on, Splashdown Squads. Simple summer fun. Try to eliminate opponents with the new water balloon item. Mode details. Respawning is on. Will primarily be able to damage people with the new water balloon item. First to the goal score wins. So that is the current LTM right now as the day that we are recording this, which is June 25th of 2019. Moving up, power up solos. So become the most powerful player in the match. Consume as much shields as you can and fight to be the last one standing. With the mode details saying respawn on at the start but turns off after a set time. Max shields increase every time you consume a shield. Shield drops in supply drops greatly increased. Shields will fill up to full when respawning is turned off. And the other one is leave none behind duos. So united you stand strong, but divide you fall. Leave none behind. Mode details. Slurp effect always active when no teammates are down. If a teammate is down, they become immune to damage. While a teammate is down, all other teammates lose their slurp and begin taking damage over time. So you have to make sure you recover teammates and go to the respawn vans and whatnot. Very, very cool idea. Moving on, use with care duos. So resources are scarce in this mode, so make sure you place builds efficiently, with the mode details saying spawn in with an initial amount of building materials, cannot get new resources throughout the match, last one standing wins. Interesting. Moving on is headshot duos. That one's very self-explanatory. Obviously, you can only do damage through headshots. Next one is called tank battle squads. Simple twist on normal battle royale that greatly increases the health and shield players start with. So siphon turned on and increased to match increased health. Ammo increased, no healing items throughout the map. So if you take damage, you take damage. The only way to heal is obviously by killing other players. Builders Paradise Squad, so a paradise for builders to flex their skills and build to their heart's content. Mode details saying structure, health greatly increased, resource gathering rates increased, neutral editing turned on, anyone can edit any player builds walls, including enemies and whatnot. Very interesting with that one. Then we see Wix Bounty Duos. So this one is coming back. Eliminate other players to collect other players' coins to prove that you are the best in the business. So mode details say that spawn in with weapons and 3 lives. Hunt down and eliminate high value targets as they appear on the map. First to the goal score wins. Moving on, Arsenal Solos. Assert your dominance with a variety of different weapons. Whoever is the best with the worst is the best. Mode detail says start each game with some type of best weapon in the game. Eliminating other players makes your weapon worse. First to get an elimination with the final weapons wins. So this one seems almost like a gun game from Call of Duty. Moving on, Rumble Squads. A new take to the classic Team Rumble. This time the stakes are higher and you have very few friends to rely on. Mode details, respawning is turned on, green or better weapons. First to the goal score wins. Moving on, load out swap squads. So show how quickly you can adapt to today's rapidly changing world. On a set timer, all players in the match will all be granted the same random loadout. So the mode details say new loadout granted on a timer. Respawn is on. First to the goal scorer wins. Strategic structure squads is the last LTM we will be seeing in the 14 days of summer. Think before you place in this twist on a normal building. Which material should you use? Mode details: metal and stone structure healths increased, metal and stone resource farming increased, and the metal and stone material caps are lowered. Very interesting there. We should see how that works. But anyway, guys, that is the summer of Fortnite, 14 days of summer event that Fortnite is hosting for us. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you're looking forward to the most in the 14 days of Fortnite. With new LTMs, the brand new unvaulting of weapons kind of concept, or the new item shop, whatever it may be. Let me know in the comment section down below. Top box is a previous video showing you guys actually challenge number 1 from the 14 days of Fortnite. All 6 beach party locations that you have to dance at to get that challenge completed. Bottom box is that mystery video like always. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a great day.